I'm a freaky, freaky bitch.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Freaky, and today I'm gonna be doing a live but I'm doing a commentary over it. So, yeah, let's talk about ex-girlfriends. So, what my ex-girlfriend story? This is a really bad girlfriend story, so I hope you guys are ready for this because you guys are gonna be like, "What the fuck? This is like only happens in movies and shit." Because yeah, that's exactly what I thought. So, I'm pretty sure it was junior year of high school. Alright, so that's like 2 years ago. Uh, Pretty much what happened is I met this chick on Facebook. Yes, on Facebook. But I was referred to her by a couple of my friends. There's a girl that actually was friends with her at the time, and they ended up like splitting up, but that's another part of the story. So pretty much what happened, I didn't want a girl that did drugs, smoked, drank a lot. I didn't want a girl that was like that because I felt like if I got in a relationship with a girl like that, she's just gonna end up cheating on me, go to some parties, cheating on me, and say, "Oh, it was just because I was drinking," or I don't know, like she was just high or something, and that was just the drugs doing everything. But no, like what happened? I ended up dating her. Everything was cool. She was really shy at first. She didn't really talk much until 2 months into it, I'd say. Nah, no, not 2 months. Like, yeah, maybe 2 months. Yeah, so maybe 2 months into it, she didn't really talk much or open up at least. And what really happened is like she ended up becoming pretty big with me. Like she ended up opening up. Everything became cool. And oh shit. Trying to cap C there. She ended up becoming pretty cool with me. We ended up hanging out a lot. I'd say at least 4 times a week at minimum, and we would hang out all the time, and it would be cool. But I'm gonna say this is in my I want to be a cool badass teen stage 2 years ago. Okay, and there's big things that she made changes. I'm trying to capture C here, so alright. Yeah, she made some big changes on me. I never had any piercings ever in my life. What else? I never had any idea of getting tattoos or anything. So, what happened is I really wanted to get my ears pierced, and I've always wanted to because I was like, well, why not? Everyone else has it anyways. I know that's a bad reason to get it, but I thought it'd make me look more appealing. And what happened is I ended up getting my ears pierced. She gave me some studs, some fake diamond studs, whatever the hell those are called. And what happened is I pierced my ears at my home and in my bathroom, and I was so excited. They ended up being swollen for, let's say a week or so. What are you doing, Sniper? They ended up becoming swollen for a week or so. I was kind of irritated by that because sleeping on them was ridiculous. It was so bad. Like, I couldn't even sleep. It hurt so much just laying on them. I don't know why. Is this normal? I don't think it was. But, yeah. So, I pierced my ears, and I was like, oh, cool, I'll pierce my ears. She, on the other hand, thought it was a better idea for me to start stretching my earlobes. Now, if you guys aren't a big fan of that, I'm not a big fan of that anymore either. I'm pretty sure the fad's already running out. I'm not sure on that. You guys can't quote me. If you guys like it, still go with it. I don't care. It's just your own opinion. You guys can do it the hell you want. I just think it was a bad idea from the start until I started liking it more and I thought I was a cool kid for it. So pretty much I stretched my ears, started stretching them out because she had the sizes and how to go up and go up and up. And I was like, why not? Why not do this? I like this. I always wanted to kind of do this anyways. And so I started stretching. That was all cool and stuff. And you're trying to say, oh, how does this tie into the relationships and stuff? I'm just saying this is what she kind of changed about me. I wasn't this person before this happened. So let's go 4 months in. She starts becoming more and more kind of irritating. Kind of more of a bitch. So I was like, why is she becoming so much of a bitch? Like, if I went out with her somewhere, say I went to the mall with her and her friends, I would try telling her a story, and she would be like, oh, okay, I don't want to hear it, Tom. Or like, oh, that's cool, tell me later or some shit. Like just some bullshit that you don't want to hear, because it just makes you feel so down about yourself, and you're just like, wow, thanks, that means a lot. And then, yeah, pretty much that all happened. I was hanging out with her, I'm pretty sure it was 4 months in. Her friends were over. I didn't like people getting high, so she was evidently a big person on marijuana and smoking and whatnot. I really hated people that smoked. I thought it was disgusting. I didn't like the smell of it. It was terrible. That's just me. I'm not talking about weed, I'm talking about cigarettes here. So yeah, she had her friend over. Her friend was a big smoker, and I was like, why? I don't want her to smoke at all. And her and a friend would go in the back of her house and secretly give her one. And I thought this was a horrible thing, because me personally, I thought it was like, oh, you're gonna get addicted for life if you start smoking and shit. But for being a smoker for a year, I know that it's not true, because I got off of it cold turkey. And that's a whole different commentary. But yeah, so she was going to have a cigarette or whatnot, and I got really fucking pissed off. Then she ended up, I think, okay, I don't want to say anything bad, but we did end up buying ended up buying some drugs, marijuana, and she had her friend buy it from my friend that I had come over, and we were waiting for them, and that's when they were in the back of their house smoking. So they ended up getting high that day, and I was kind of, I don't remember if I did it or not, or if I fakely did it because I was just trying to make her happy. But yeah, we ended up in her, I think we were in a playhouse type thing she had in the back of her yard, and we did it there. And what I didn't like about this is she came in, she became even more of a bitch. So I don't know if this happens necessarily, but if you're a chick and you're high, don't become a bitch. Don't even become more of a bitch. Or just, if you're a bitch in general, don't even smoke. You're just not even worth the time if you're gonna smoke. But, oh, you fucker, why are you using that shit? But yeah, so she ended up smoking, and I wanted to like cuddle and whatnot and try like kissing her or something, or even getting a hug. She wouldn't even let me touch her. She's like, no, don't touch me, I don't want you touching me. And I was like, why? And she's like, I don't want you touching me, that's bullshit. And I was like, why? And her friend, she pretty much passed out on her bed. Her friend and her other friend pretty much were telling me, like, I don't know, just telling me to go smoke with them. And I don't know if they were trying to hit on me or what they were doing, but it felt kind of awkward because they were kind of weird, and I didn't really know them that well. So I don't know. It just was a bad, and we were losing this game terribly. But it was just a bad experience. So this carries on into the next part of our little story from the relationship is. So what happened in the rest of it, I think it was 6 months in, I decided that I didn't want to be in a relationship with her anymore, because I was sick and tired of having to put up with her being a bitch. And it just got too much for me. I was just like, I can't handle this anymore. I was telling my friends this, and what actually happened is she wanted to go, or she was going to go camping with her family. And she offered me to go, and I said, I'll think about it. And I ended up staying over that night that she asked me. Then that night before, I was asking my friends and everything. I was like, why should I give me a reason why I should still be with her and stuff like that. And I ended up in the morning, she asked me if I still wanted to go, and I was like, I don't know, I think my dad doesn't want me to go. It's gonna be late. He doesn't really want me staying at girl's house, even though I was staying at her house, so he doesn't know that. Shh, don't tell him. But yeah, so she got pissed off at me. She threw me out of her room, threw everything that I gave her at me, and I was like, what the fuck, what is wrong with her? And she threw like my drawings I gave to her, because I like to draw for people. And yeah, I ended up sitting there crying for a little bit. I don't know why I was crying. I guess it's just a relationship type of thing where you just cry about it. But yeah, it was just a hard time for me. And I ended up texting my friends. I was like, guys, come on, just hang out with me today. I ended up hanging out with them the next, I think, 2 days after that, I want to say. And we ended up hanging out, and my friend knew some chicks that he could have over because that's like a comfort type thing, I guess. To have more girls over, that it would fill that void. It would fill that void in your broken heart. And yeah, so I didn't know if this is what we should do or not, and we ended up having them over. And this is the kicker: their parents were like, "Is your dad gonna be home soon? Is your dad home?" And my dad actually left his phone at home, and I was like, "Come on!" I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And they called, and then they ended up coming back screaming, saying that my dad didn't pick up, that I gave him the wrong number and whatnot. So this is just an extra part of that relationship story. Now, after this happened, I ended up kind of going with the other chick. And the other chick was cool. She was new. She was like a new person. Someone that I didn't really know that well. So it's kind of fun being with another person or another girl. And I thought this was all fine and dandy. And I was like, oh, damn, this is fucking cool. Why can't I just have her now? And what happened is her relationship was on the fritz, I guess you guys would say, old people would say. But yeah, they weren't having such a good time. And they were already broken up and split up. And yeah, so I told the other chick, the one that broke up with me, I was like, I don't know, summer's coming up, I don't really want to have a relationship right now. Shit's all going to whack. I don't know. I don't feel like having a relationship. It's just not my thing right now. And pretty much is, holy shit, he sniped me. And pretty much what happened is she got pissed at me. She was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? And then yeah, that shit happened right there and there. And what else happened? I'm pretty sure she ended up. Oh, the next summer, I think I ended up dating her a little bit, the other girl, for like 2 weeks only. But then she broke up with me, and within the summer, or before that happened, before I started dating the other chick, she said, and I quote, that she was pregnant. So, oh yeah, this is the key to this.